Here we go.
All right, take one. Hi, YouTube.
Take one.
Hey, YouTube.
Or two.
Or 12. We don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? It's fine.
All right. Hey, there we
Can you
go. I
see
can
my
hear me
face?
now.
Okay, we can
All right.
hear you as well. Here we go. We're going to turn this on too now. You ready, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
It's another week.
Yeah.
We are here with Abby Novak.
Yes.
Abby Novak.
I was going to say it correctly. I knew it.
That was
I
amazing.
knew I could do it. We're here with Abby, and she is going to tell us all kinds of cool stuff about events in Appleton today,
Yes.
right? But first, we need to have our little lady do our intro. Here we go.
In the know in the 920.
Boom.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I tell people all the time that took me 1,000 years to pick that out because
I'm sure.
my
It's
husband
the
was
littlest
like,
things like
here's
that.
7,000 jingles that you can
Yeah.
choose from. Pick one. And I was like, ah. You would have thought that this was like the literally life as we know it depended
Yes.
upon my choice of jingle.
It was a great choice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like when
Coming
you go
from
to
the marketing director, it means a lot.
when you go to one of those restaurants where they've got like 200 items on the menu, you're like, this is too
It's
much.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
No, I know. It's like, just give me a couple of choices. You got to narrow it down for me.
Yes.
It's too much. All right. Well, we're back. We're season 2, episode
Five-ish? I don't know.
5-ish
Or
or
somewhere around there.
something, Nick. I don't know. I was gone last week. This time last week, I was actually having lunch at Disney Springs at this beautiful little restaurant with my daughter, and it was about 75 degrees.
I think that's about what it is in here right
I'll
now.
close my eyes and I think I'm there.
It's about 75 in here. Nick's been sweating it out for the last 15 minutes because all of our loyal fan base knows we've been under construction for quite some time now.
Yeah.
And every week there's a new surprise.
And we don't show it on the screen. but
We
boy,
just
there's some construction going on.
Roll with it. But anyways, we're so excited to have you, Abby.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be
Yes.
here.
Thank you for being here. I'm really excited about this because I love events. Okay. I'm an event planning nerd. If I were not in real estate, I would want to plan events all the time.
Yeah, you do mention that.
And I am very type A, very detailed. I act like you're hiring me right now.
Amazing.
I'm going to leave real estate. I'm going to do events. No, but I love doing this kind of stuff. I love doing it. I love hearing about it. I love talking about it. And I thought it would be super fun to give the people what they want. Tell them about all of the fun things happening in Appleton.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So, Abby Novak, event director.
Marketing director.
Marketing
We were so focused on the
Director.
last name
Yeah.
that we.
Marketing director.
Yes.
Appleton Downtown.
And it's not even one of those hard names like Anderson.
Yeah.
Good point.
a
That was a
throwback.
funny week. Okay, so I'll tell this story till the end of time because it was great. We had Ryan Anderson from a Smooth Move Moving Company, super great guy. Shout out, hello Ryan, on our podcast a while back. And one of my team managers that kind of coordinates everything ahead of time had him on the calendar with a different last name. I don't know where the last name came from.
Yeah.
Totally different last name and a very
It was
complicated
Very
last
unique,
name.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so when we started, and we were kind of in a big rush that day, usually, again, I try to ask ahead of time, how do I pronounce your name and things like that, right? And this particular day, we were just like, we had to just get right into it. And so we did. And we started, and I said, Ryan, can you please pronounce your last name for us? And he goes, Anderson. And I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I said, okay, full disclosure here, because I don't want everyone thinking I'm really that dumb. I'm like, my team manager had you on the calendar with a completely different last name. And it was just so funny the way I was like, please tell us your last name.
He's probably like, wow, I haven't heard that one before.
Anderson. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great.
I would have
That
loved
was
to see your face after. Like,
I know. I was like,
Oh,
huh. Anderson, you
the
say?
wheels were just spinning
It's
from
like,
there.
this is very perplexing. Yes. So,
Did you
anyways,
tell him he had to change his name after that? then?
he should have, right?
Yeah.
But you're, I got your name right. I just got your title wrong. So I apologize. You're the marketing director.
I am.
Huh.
for Appleton Downtown.
For Appleton
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yes.
Which I've learned just in meeting you here before we started today is like not affiliated with the city of Appleton.
Correct. We are great partners with the city, and they help support us on
Right.
a lot of the various things that we do. But yeah, we are our
You're not
own
like a city employee.
separate nonprofit community coalition.
Which
separate
is so
from the
cool.
city.
Cool.
Yeah.
I learn all about, I mean, again, I love doing this podcast for so many reasons. I learn things. I actually learn things.
Absolutely.
So this is great. All right. So Abby, why don't you start with telling us a little bit about your background? Where did you start? Where are you? Well, today you're the marketing director.
Yes.
Fancy schmancy. But where did you get started?
Yeah. So I'm originally from Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's a little small town right outside of Sheboygan, about 9,000 people.
Sure.
I went to college at UW Oshkosh. Go
Okay.
Titans.
Woo!
And
UWO. Woohoo!
and-
We had somebody on recently, didn't we, that was talking about the like if you go to UWO, you definitely know how to have a good time. I feel like we had somebody on that was
That's
I
probably
can
me.
attest.
yeah. She's like, I can also attest.
I dropped
to
out
this.
twice.
Oh,
I'll bring
maybe
that up
not
every time it
that
comes
good of
up.
a time.
She's like, I didn't have that great of a time.
I
but-
did indeed graduate.
Okay. Well, this is good. This is good. Okay.
Yes.
So you went to UWO.
Yep. So I graduated in May of 2020. The hardest time to graduate.
Shush. Are you?
Wow.
You're just
Yeah.
a little baby.
I am. I am very well known as a
Oh
baby
my
around the office.
Gosh, yeah, I mean, holy
Yeah.
cow. I graduated, well, and see, my college career, we'll call it a career, spanned a decade or so because I went to school off and on, and I did also finish, but I finally I graduated high school in 99, and I finally graduated college in like 2010. But I'm old. I'm in my 40s. So the fact that you graduated in 2020, you're just like a spring chicken.
Yes. We joke about that stuff at work, like with my coworkers, one
Yeah.
of which you know personally.
Exactly.
Like when they say, "Oh, I graduated in '99," I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I was
Uh-huh.
I was a year old."
Right.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And they don't like that.
That's
Sorry, ladies.
Do you know what? I can understand that because actually Justine, who I affectionately called Jaybird on our team, when she interviewed with me 5-6 years ago now, whenever she started,
6 years, yeah.
she was just a little 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
And I remember her coming in and interviewing, and then she goes, my parents are the same age as you. And I was like, oh, that's precious. That's just so
Yeah.
sweet.
I try to watch sometimes what I say.
I-
I'm like, I don't want to be offensive.
Well,
know?
I'll never let her forget it.
Yeah.
No.
It's
She'll
that's
never
the way
live
it
down.
is.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
let it down.
It's fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
and you say like people your age, like
Uh-huh.
don't say that.
Right?
I sometimes do it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care what age you are, you don't say that. Say
I
like,
know.
Oh, your age.
I know. You're
No one takes it
people
well,
your
right?
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No,
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
But okay,
Yeah.
so you
But-
went to school for marketing?
I went to school for public relations
Okay.
and communication studies.
Okay.
Like I
Cool.
said, graduated in May of 2020, a very
Sure.
challenging time in the world, as
Yes.
many of you know.
Yes.
Took me a little bit to find a job because, I mean, not many people were hiring. It
right.
was a very challenging
It was a weird time.
So I got my first job out of school as a marketing coordinator. Worked there for a little while, but decided that I wanted to really expand my horizons, kind of dive deeper into the marketing world and do more, and also work more for a company or organization that, gave back. I
Sure.
really wanted to work for something that had that purpose behind it. And so as I was looking and, was told about Appleton Downtown, they were looking for, a marketing director. It was a really great fit. So that was in October of 2021.
Okay.
So I've been there a little over 3 years
That's
already, which is
awesome.
crazy to think.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's truly been amazing, and I love it.
Yeah, that's so cool. How long has Appleton Downtown existed?
Oh, that's a great question. At least 20 years.
Okay. So
25, 30 years.
It's been a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Got it. Because again, like I said, this is the kind of stuff, it's so eye-opening because you don't think about
Yeah.
how all this stuff gets done, or
Yeah.
you just think, oh, somebody from the city did that, or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah,
right.
you go to an event and you don't always think about like who coordinated it, what happened.
Right.
I mean, if you're in the world, you do. You can't take your event
Of course.
hat off. You're always thinking about the things. But
Right.
yeah, if you're not in
Yep.
in the world, you just
Yep.
you just show up, and
Yeah.
believe me,
You're
there's
like,
a lot
oh my
of
gosh, it's done.
there's a lot
Cool.
of blood, sweat, tears,
I
and heart that goes behind all of the big events that
believe
you
it.
attend, whether they're ours or not. So just
Yeah.
Yes.
think about those people boots on the ground when you're at an event,
Absolutely.
because it really does take
I
a
can
village,
only
so.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Very
kind of
cool.
my professional story.
Very nice. Well, I mean, I feel like you just, graduated, hit the ground running. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell us all about the organization and just all the things, because I'm
Yeah.
super interested now. Again, that I know that it's like you said, you work in tandem with the city, but it's not
Yes.
part of the city.
Correct. Yeah.
So-
So we are, like I said, a nonprofit community coalition that focuses on kind of creating a vibrant and safe hub for, like we say, living, learning, leisure, and business.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different elements to downtown Appleton, especially the last several years, as a lot of great changes have been happening. Downtown has truly been evolving.
Sure.
A lot of new things on the horizon always. So that is kind of who we are. And obviously the events are a very big part of who we are. But at the heart of everything we do, it's about those small businesses
Sure.
in downtown Appleton, and
Yeah.
just driving people to, go visit, whether it's to shop, it's to dine, it's
Yeah.
to visit an attraction, to, have a service done. There's,
Right.
hundreds of them down there that,
Yeah.
have poured their hearts into their businesses,
Sure.
and everything we do is to come out and to support them.
Well, I mean, you're like the epitome of in the know in the
Yes.
920 and all of the things
Yeah.
that we support
Of
here.
course.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
I mean,
very, very cool.
You've interviewed, I'm sure, countless business owners,
Yes.
and their stories are truly amazing, and just the, the tenacity that they have to
Mm-hmm.
get their business off the ground. You know yourself personally too, of just
Mm-hmm.
how much it truly takes, and no matter what industry you're in, there's just so many amazing people. So it's a very rewarding job
It
and
is.
organization
That's
to work
awesome.
for, to support those people. And
It sounds
everything
really
they do.
cool. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So, like, what does a day look like? What does a day in your life
Oh my
look
gosh.
like, Abby?
What a great question. I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You look in the mirror and you tell your.
So yeah, as the marketing director, I wear a lot of hats, that's for sure. So our organization is very small. There's only 6 of us, but
Okay.
we have truly, we've grown. I believe it started off and there was only 2 or 3 employees. So
Okay.
it's, we say we doubled
Sure.
in size, but that,
Yeah.
really is a big deal for, a small organization like
Right.
ours. So
Yeah.
it truly just depends on, the season as we're entering, or we've entered the new year. Can't
Yep.
believe it's February already.
know.
We're kind of easing our way back into the
Sure.
event. It's always event season for us, but
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of diving back into things. We'll talk a little bit more about what we've got coming up later. So just kind of 2 facets of not only the promotion of those amazing events, but like I said earlier, what we call like image marketing. So just promoting all the amazingness that downtown is when an event isn't happening,
Sure.
because, everything's there and thriving and happening even when events aren't going on. So, just the importance of talking about that and promoting
Yeah.
that. So
That's awesome.
that's just a little bit
Very cool.
kind of a glimpse, but yeah, just a lot of different things. I get to do amazing interviews like this. I was on Kiss FM this morning, an amazing station.
We
TV,
do a
radio.
lot on Kiss FM as well. That's fun. Isn't it fun going in there? It's like, whoa, this is like a whole different
Yeah, they have a
world.
cool studio.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's super fun. Super
Uh-huh.
fun. I love doing things like this and just being able to kind of get out in the community
Yeah.
and talk about all the amazing things
Right.
that downtown Appleton is.
That's awesome.
So
Downtown Appleton really is great, isn't it? I
It
mean,
is
I
one great place.
honestly
oh
love
my
it.
gosh,
I really do love
that was
it.
amazing.
Thank you.
He just slid our tagline
I was
in
gonna
there
say, wait
like
a
nobody's
second.
business.
I felt like that.
Give
I was
this
like,
man a raise.
I really was
I don't know
like,
if
wait.
that's a thing.
I was
but
like, That sounds really.
Oh my gosh,
Familiar.
downtown Appleton, one great place. That's what we
It
always
is
say.
one great place. Look at
Oh
him.
my gosh.
He's going to be
I'm
on
so
cloud
proud of that.
nine the
That was
rest of the day.
fantastic.
He's
When-
really patting himself on the back.
When we
for
can
that
always
one.
slide that in there, we're like, pat on the back.
I mean, it really is fitting, and
Yes.
it really is a great place.
It is.
One great place. It really is. I mean, this is what I love about Appleton, amongst many other things. But I love that it's like small town feel, but yet still a lot of like bigger city offerings.
Yep. We say big city amenities with a small town feel.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not overwhelming. It's, 'cause some people
Right.
are, really turned off by the big city feel, but we truly have the amenities and the, accessibility of a lot of things like a small town has. So it's amazing how not only downtown, but Appleton and the Fox cities have grown and how much, in the real estate world, just how amazing it is. I'm just moved to Kaukauna from Green Bay about a year ago, bought our first house. It's very exciting, but we always kind of knew that Valley is where we wanted to end up. 'Cause
Sure.
it truly is just amazing.
It is. It's a great place to be. And
So.
it's consistently ranked one of the top in the nation.
Absolutely.
To raise a family and all the things. And so it is. It's a really good place. If we could just get Mother Nature on board with not offering the snow feature. For me personally,
And
I
like
don't
negative
love that.
20 degrees,
Exactly.
that we could do without that.
We could do
too,
without
I
that.
think.
Because otherwise it's great.
Yes.
I just want to be able to like walk around downtown all year instead
Yes.
of freezing
Amen.
for a portion of the year.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
I am on board with that.
Yeah. But other than that, it's it's a fantastic spot. And it's
Yes.
just got so many cute places.
Yeah.
I really feel too like there's just, when you try to explain it to other people, there's like no other spot quite like downtown Appleton.
Yeah,
In terms,
it's-
there is so many, in what stretch of like space can you have so many restaurants, bars, shops, everything, just all boom.
Yeah, there's like three
Right there.
museums. There's the
Yeah,
PAC.
There's 5,
5? Okay.
I think.
I'll believe
5 or
it.
6? Yeah. It's, truly,
Yeah.
it is amazing. And it's all in a 1-mile stretch that's very walkable.
Yes.
So you can park your car and you can walk, you can easily walk the entire downtown corridor.
Yeah. Like if I
Which
had
is
it to
really
do all
great.
over again too, like I would love to go to Lawrence. I mean,
Oh, such a
It's-
beautiful campus.
Yes.
And I think about that too, and how they have just easy access to walk downtown
All the
and all those
things.
things.
I know.
That's really,
Yeah.
really cool. And now they have some student housing right in the heart of downtown as well, in
know.
that beautiful new Fox Commons space.
Yes.
Like, I would have loved to
yeah.
have lived here.
yes.
This is amazing.
See, going back to, just talking a little bit ahead of time about what year you graduated and things. So back in my day,
That's also
back
a
in my
saying
day,
that
Abby,
I feel is touchy. Yeah.
well, my day goes way back. I used to hang out at this place downtown called Park Central
Oh, yeah.
when it was like a club. Or
Yes.
several.
It was hopping.
What would you call Park Central? It was like a bunch of clubs within a building. Right?
Yes, I have heard of what it once was.
I'm
Park
sure you
Central
did.
is there. It's a new
Now it's a little different.
completely redeveloped.
Yes.
It's apartments now.
Yes.
And looking for somebody to take over the first floor space, so that is currently vacant. But yeah, it's completely new now.
Little different
than what
than
it
what
was.
I used to, and I believe if I remember correctly, there was a certain club within the clubs of Park Central that were for 18 and up. And so, trust me, as an 18-year-old, just graduated high school, I thought I knew everything. And I think it was like every Wednesday and Sunday night or something, 18 and up could go. And I was there. I was there a lot. It was real. Yeah, I thought I was really cool back in the day. So it's a little different now, but then there's a lot of places down there that still exist. I remember going to Jim's place when I was in my early 20s, and now I still stop in there
Still there,
every
still
now
thriving.
and again. Still thriving. I mean, now I'm just really talking about a lot of clubs and bars, and I probably should think
Yeah.
about like restaurants that have been down there forever.
yeah.
Flip side of the coin,
Yes.
for me, downtown Appleton is the best place in the area to play Pokemon Go.
Okay.
I have heard about this, and I have not ever personally been a Pokemon Go
Me
goer,
either. Me
player,
either.
whatever you would
Yes.
call yourselves. But I have literally like gotten, notifications and things of like how this has been talked about in the news and stuff about how
Yeah.
it's a hot spot for Pokemon Go,
It's a great spot for it.
which is
Love
pretty
it.
amazing.
Good to know.
So all you Pokemon Go,
Yeah.
come on, check it out.
Get
Gotta catch
downtown.
them all. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
You know what? We're really doing well today with
my
our
gosh.
slogans. I mean,
We're so on it.
really on it. That's awesome.
But just speaking of the with this, everybody has their stories of things that they have done downtown and places that they love to visit.
yes.
And
Those of us that
it's
grew up in the
just-
area
Yes.
definitely have our. I mean, I remember like the Avenue of the Angels, and the Angels are still.
speaking
right?
of that,
Yes.
I will mention this.
Okay.
We are currently running a fundraiser for the Avenue of Angels.
Ooh.
An amazing legacy that we have had for the holiday season. They are in desperate need of some refurbishment.
Yes.
So we have been running an amazing campaign where we were trying to raise $25,000 in 25 days.
Okay.
The ultimate goal is $50,000, but we
Okay.
had an amazing anonymous matching donor. They said if you could raise the 25,000,
Sure.
we'll match that. We did it in 5 days.
That's amazing.
Holy
It
cow.
was absolutely incredible. The outpour
so
from the
cool.
community of how important that legacy was to
Sure.
keep the Angels around.
Yeah.
And the stories behind what people talked about as we've been talking about this, the research that I did behind, everything that they have been for over 50 years for people is incredible.
That's
So we have that
cool.
fundraiser, and while we did meet our initial goal, like the title states, it is a legacy to continue them for many generations to come. So the fundraiser is still open. If you are willing and able to donate, please do so. Every dollar counts. So if you have any connection to that, please donate because
awesome. Good to
every
know.
penny counts, and many
Very
people
cool.
don't know that our organization manages those angels.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, and
That is really cool. That is really, really
again
cool.
with partnering with the city of Appleton. They are the ones that help put them up every year.
I
Shout
can
out to them.
Shout out
for
to them. I
braving
can
that.
see they need a little. I could see that they could use refurbishment only because
Yes.
I know that they were around, like I said, when I was a kid.
Yep.
And Lord knows I need refurbishment.
Well, our mother
at
has
this point.
stories from.
That's
Yeah.
true. Our mom. We always talk
It's
about our mom
amazing.
on this podcast.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mom, do you remember the Avenue of Angels? I'm sure you do.
She'll give you
Please
some story about praying.
comment on YouTube. Oh yeah. Oh yes, Mom Prangies. Wasn't she
Oh,
some
yeah.
kind of like a model or something
Some
for Prangies?
teen board.
She was on the teen board for Prangies back
Yeah.
in the day when
That's
Prangies
amazing.
was
Oh, my
downtown,
gosh.
and I mean, yeah, there's a big history.
There is
Big history.
There
So-
absolutely is.
So for you guys, what does your range of events extend to? Like, are you doing the Christmas parade and the farmers market and Oktoberfest? Like, what?
Yeah,
what do
tell
you all
us
do?
about all
Yes,
the events.
that's-
Tell us about all the events.
Those are great questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have events that we personally host every month of the year, all year long.
Okay.
So every month we have something going on. In terms of some of the large scale events, like you had just mentioned, Oktoberfest is ran by the Fox Cities Chamber of Commerce.
Oh.
They are also located in downtown Appleton. We are very proud partners of that event, and we help coordinate the arts and crafts for it. So
Okay.
we are a partner, but we do not run that one.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a-
Mile of Music
that's a
is, of course,
biggie.
its own organization as
Sure.
well through Willems Marketing. They are absolutely fantastic, and another really amazing event and festival that we have downtown,
Mm-hmm.
known around the country, mentioned in Rolling Stone magazine. I mean,
That's
the
really
legacy
cool.
that they have built
Yeah.
with that festival over the last 10 years is incredible. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to them.
So like on those weekends though, because you're events and things still for downtown, do you end up finding yourself working the
Oh, absolutely.
I
Every
figured.
single one.
I figured.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. It truly is
Sure.
amazing to be able to give back to them.
Sure.
So to kind of for us volunteering for them,
Sure.
and seeing what they do, and we know how much
Yeah.
it takes to make those things happen. So
Sure. That's
we're
awesome.
always willing to, and we're very grateful that those events are held right in our downtown corridor. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
very thankful for those. The farm market is us.
Okay.
Every Saturday from June to the middle of October. That is our organization. We
Okay.
completely put that on.
Love
so
that.
That's our event. We recently started our Light the Night Market series a couple years ago.
Yes, I've been to a couple of those.
They're
and
fantastic.
So great.
That is us as well.
Props to you guys.
Got a Ferris wheel on the avenue. I mean, something
That's
that
really cool.
we started it. Okay, so it's 2025. The first one was May 2023.
Okay.
We just did one.
Okay.
And people were like, "Do you do this every week?"
And you're like, listen.
I laugh
recovering.
because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, if only they knew what really pours into that. I'm like, I wish we could, but no. So we kind of just got our feet wet with it,
Sure.
realized the amazing response that we had. So then this past year we did it 3 times. We did the one in May, one in July, and then tied it in with our November holiday event as well.
Sure.
And we're doing it again 3 times this year.
Okay.
This year it's in May and then August and November.
Okay.
But that's another really big series that we ourselves put on.
May, August, and November. They'll be Light the Nights.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay.
Yep. We have our Hyde Music Summer Concert series. That is also us on Jones Park every Thursday night in
That's
June
cool,
through
too.
August.
Yeah, you guys do a great
I'm
job.
sure I'm
with
forgetting
all of
other
that.
ones. Irish Fest is its own organization and board that we, again, also help with. Rhythms of the World. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. My apologies. But their Art at the Park is put on by the Trump Museum of Art. So some of those are not necessarily ran by us, but we're always kind of an arm and a helpful partner in those. So
I love that.
yeah.
That's very cool.
So those are just a few of the things that go on.
It's amazing when you really stop and look into it, how many things, again, just like I was telling you, reading these weekend events that we do each week, and we're just picking a small sampling. It's like, it's amazing how many things are happening and going on.
Yep.
Which is great. It's so great because, again,
all year round
live,
too. I really
right.
do mean that. Like some people just say, "Oh, all year round." Like literally every month we have something going on, multiple times a month. Especially in the summer, we're very heavy, obviously capitalizing on the beautiful weather. But
Right.
It's
But it's so
all
nice
year round.
that, again, small town feel, but yet we have these opportunities that not all the small towns out there have.
Yes, we are very blessed for how flourishing our downtown is, and I think a lot of people when they think about a downtown, they don't necessarily they can't grasp how large and how populated and how happening our downtown is, because a lot of other communities, they aren't,
Right.
and that's okay,
Right.
Everybody has their own little small town feel with
Sure.
their down, but truly. Ours is I just can't believe how much it's grown, not only in the 3 years that I've been here, but the last 5, 10.
I would agree
how much
with you.
has happened.
I would agree with you. And yeah, I mean, again, growing up and seeing it, and then I moved away for a while for school and came back, and I was like, whoa.
Yes. And even people who are gone for, I left for a year and came back. I left for a winter and came back.
Yeah.
Years and came back. And I can't believe how this has happened and this has happened. Just so many amazing developments. All these amazing local developers
Right.
are seeing the potential in downtown Appleton. We have had, I believe, over like 500 residential units that have been built and are now, they're at like 90% capacity.
I was just going to
because
ask
people
you, do you
want
know that?
to
Okay, that's
want
great.
to live in the heart of this. That it's so cool.
And I have to admit, as a real estate person here, I'm really happy about that. I'm also a little surprised though, because let's face it, none of those units, any of this stuff is inexpensive.
No, I mean
but there's
it's more of a
definitely-
luxury. It's more luxury living. There are
There's definitely
some
been a need for it,
Yep.
or a want, or
Yep.
both, and it's filled up.
There are some that are moderate income, and there are some that are low to moderate income as well. But most of them are a little bit more on the higher luxury end to kind of live in the heart of a city, anywhere
Right.
that is kind of
That's
the
how it's
expectation.
going to be, exactly.
But the units are just absolutely gorgeous, and there are some that just look right onto the avenue, and you could walk across the street and get a cup of coffee.
I say all the time, I love
go
you
to
kids.
dinner.
I love you kids. I love you husband. I'm glad I have you, but if I didn't, I would be downtown Appleton.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Just bachelorette on the Ave.
Yes.
Always just out doing all the things.
Exactly. Just
walk to a cozy coffee shop every now and then.
100%.
I mean, it's the amount of coffee shops.
I know.
We
That's
have
a good point.
and
There's
tea
just
shops
so
and
much.
so
So much.
many things.
So much. The options are endless. So, okay. Obviously, you guys run a lot of your own events. What does that look like? Like, I mean, you said there's 6 of you, and then
Yes.
obviously there's volunteers.
Yes.
But I mean, it must be just a lot
Yeah.
of planning and a lot of chaos. at times.
It truly takes it's organized chaos. We try
Sure.
to say
Yeah.
it truly takes a village, though. So there are 6 of us. I'll break down our team a little bit to give them a shout out because they're all amazing and they inspire me every day.
Oh, I love that.
We have at our front desk Meg Petters. She's amazing. She's only been with us a few years, and also my other marketing arm. God bless having her step in because before her it was just me running the marketing show, and it truly is a lot. So I'm very grateful to have her helping me out with that. And then Sandy Storch, she's our events coordinator. She is on a part-time basis and, of course, helps out with all the events, but kind of handles some of our more walk events, as I call them.
Okay.
Some of our smaller scale events.
Sure.
And then we have Carissa Glinecki. She'll be proud of me for saying her last name correctly if she hears this, as she recently got
I
married.
love it.
She's our events director
Okay.
and our farm market director. She's there every Saturday at the farm market, very close with all the vendors and things. So she kind of spearheads a lot of the larger events, but again, her and Sandy work hand in hand on every event that we
Sure.
do, and they're just really great. So shout out to them for making all those events happen.
Yeah.
And then we have Megan Warner. She's our community partnership director and helps get all of our sponsors. A huge shout out to all of our amazing sponsors that we have for our events, our star supporters throughout the year. Fox Communities Credit Union, ASCO, Renewal by Anderson, J. Geiger Consulting. Without all of their support, them and many others, like our events would not be possible.
Sure.
So with their, support for us, we wouldn't be able to do all the things that
Yeah.
we do. So big shout out to them. And we're always, looking for amazing partners to help get their name out there, help get ours out there, and make
Sure.
our events happen. So
Yeah.
just a little bit of piece of that. And then, of course, our amazing executive director, Jennifer Stefani, who has been with ADI for over 20 years. And we would not be who we are without her and all the great things that she does.
Sure.
So a big thank you to her and everything she does for downtown Appleton. She pours her blood, sweat, tears,
Yep.
60 plus hours a week, I'm sure, into making it the one great place that it is. So
One great.
that is
place,
just
I guess.
our small mighty team. And like you said, we have a
Yeah.
lot of really great volunteers. Some that are with us for certain events, some that are with us all year round. Don Schumann, he is an amazing man, an amazing volunteer of ours that is, I'm sure, at least in our office once a week, always helping us. He's at every farm market, every Hyde Music Summer Concert Series, every big event, small, always doing deliveries for us. I mean,
That's so
we have so
nice.
many others. I wish I could name them all.
Yeah.
But our volunteers truly help make our events happen.
That's really cool.
We, especially a lot of our larger scale ones, whether you're bartending at an event, helping us, deliver posters, hand out goodie bags
Sure.
at events. I mean, there's a variety of things that they can do, but all the different things.
Yeah.
There's just so many people that I wish I
Come
could
together to
thank
do it.
that-
No, I
to
get
make
that.
this happen.
That is the thing, right? And it's like you said, like people are like, can you do another Light the Night next week? Because they see it just looks so smooth and it just got pulled off without a hitch.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that goes
There's a
into
lot of
that.
planning,
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours of planning that goes into some of these things.
Sure.
And just the ideas that we can think of, like after our first night market in May of 23, we were all sitting down at a circle. We joke who gets credit for this idea. I claim that it's me.
Okay.
Others will claim that it wasn't.
This is totally Abby.
Since I'm the only one here, I'm going to say it was me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, or whoever said, like, what if we had a Ferris wheel? Mm-hmm. Almost like kind of a joke, but like if you could,
Sure.
our boss always says, if you could have, what would you have?
Right.
Don't even think about what it would take, but
Yeah.
what could you have?
What would you have?
And I'm like, I love Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And I want it looking out at the avenue, so when you
Yeah.
get to the top, you could just.
Right.
And we did it. Very next year we did it.
So cool.
And I wrote it, and it was like it was at the east end of the avenue towards Lawrence, and you looked out and you could just see all the people, all the things, and I get shivers thinking about it because it truly
That's really
it's
cool.
so cool to be a part of something that impacted so many people in the community. To see the
Yeah.
crowds and crowds and crowds of people that come to these events, I'm just like, wow, this is insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe we did this.
That is
and we
really
continue
great.
to do it.
Yeah.
And it's
Isn't that,
just
that's
amazing.
like the funnest part too, is like
It is.
once an event is over and you're like, whew, we
It's
did
finally
that.
kicked off. I mean, we
Right?
barely have time to breathe, but the rush of the set. I mean, those big events, those are like 12 plus hour days for us.
Oh, I believe it.
We start 8 o'clock in the morning and we end at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Oh,
And it's worth every minute, every penny that we spend, are able to have to make these happen.
Right.
But, you do the rush of setting up and then it
Yep.
kicks off and then finally you're just walking around. All of a sudden you're like, we, talk over our mics and we're like, just take a second
take a second to
Yeah.
look
to
around
look at
and
how
enjoy
this
it.
is.
Exactly.
Look how amazing this is.
Yep.
Take a breather, look around, like we did this.
Yes.
It's happening. We did it.
Yes.
It's
so
just
true,
so
right?
cool.
Because there's so much leading up to it, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, it's here.
It's on. It's happening. The hustle and bustle,
Yeah,
but it's
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very, very rewarding.
Very, very cool. So what do you think have been some of the things that you guys have learned, or like, things that maybe something didn't go quite right, but you're like, and that's where I always say that's where I've learned the biggest lessons in everything that I've done.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So what are some of those things?
Yeah, I mean, after every event, doesn't matter how big or small, we sit down and we just have a debrief of like, okay, the good, the bad, the
Yep,
ugly.
sure.
We look at everything. And with, our first night market, we truly didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how many people would come. I mean, it's a free event for the community.
Sure.
You don't need a ticket. You just show
Right,
up.
Right.
So if you ask me how many people came, just thousands.
Right.
I don't know, but I know absolutely thousands of people
Right.
coming in and out.
Yep.
And with that one, like we couldn't anticipate the scale, so we did not have enough food and food trucks. Because they were absolutely slammed. A bunch of them ran out of food. They had no idea. They didn't know how to anticipate
Sure.
the velocity
It's
of people
hard,
that came.
right.
It was amazing.
Correct.
It was overwhelming
Right.
in the
Right.
best way possible.
For
So
sure.
you know,
Well, yeah, like Oktoberfest, roughly how many people are going to come because it's been going on for
yes,
1,000
it was
years.
a brand new thing for us.
Yeah.
So, just learning experiences of like, wow, okay, people love this. We're definitely going to do it more. We're going to branch it out. We added an extra block to allow for more space, more vendors, more activities, more room for people to move around. It takes that time of you just got to try. You got to do what you can, expect, and just, we're glad we exceeded people's expectations and we, get to continue to
Yeah.
grow. So
That's cool.
just kind of, it always just has to start somewhere.
For sure.
And we, grow from there.
Yeah.
So-
And like I said, I've loved those night markets, and I think a lot of
Yeah.
people do. And I think that's the thing is like you have the perspective of, running it and working it and all the things. And like you're looking at all those little things. But a lot of times to the public, it's just like, that was really cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of little things that
Sure.
happen that we have to fix on the fly or do
Yeah.
whatever that I'm sure no one would ever notice,
Right.
but we know.
Yep.
And we want to be great. And we want everybody to have a great experience, whether you're attending the event, you're a vendor at our event, you're a musician,
Right.
whatever it may be. We
Yeah.
want everyone to have a great experience.
Yeah.
So we look at it afterwards. We look at the feedback from the community. We evaluate as we go. You can only plan so much. That's what we
That's
always
true.
say. You can only anticipate so much. You just got to let it roll, let it ride, and then, you kind of adjust from there if
Yeah.
you can. So
That's awesome.
I guess that's just the biggest
Sure.
thing. So
Sure. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure there's like every year you're like, okay, now because of what happened last year,
Yep.
we're going to make sure. Because I know we do
Yes.
that a lot in our business. It's like, oh, yeah, remember that one time when this
Yeah.
happened? Well, now we've got to make sure that we, do it this
Yes.
way going forward. So, yeah, there's always things to learn, right?
exactly. We're always learning to grow from it,
Yeah,
learn from it, and make adjustments from there.
right.
We just ask that, the community be kind, be patient with us. Because
Yes.
like we said, we are a small team and we always do what we
Right.
can. But
Oh,
yeah.
you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Farmers markets
you.
are fantastic.
Yeah.
I always think they're so fun.
Yep.
It's so nice to have that again right downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So-
I love it.
It is. It's awesome. It's a beautiful thing in the summer. Stroll the market, and then after that, you can pop right up onto the avenue and continue your shopping. Go grab a bite to
Absolutely.
eat. Go to the
Yeah.
museum. Do all
For
the different
sure.
things.
Yeah, there's so many things. I know.
Yeah, you can make a day, a week, a weekend.
For sure.
Out of an experience downtown.
Absolutely. Definitely. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I love it.
there's so many great things
I love it.
in one great place.
In one great place. So is there like a website that we go to see everything that's happening?
Yes, we actually have a brand new website.
Okay.
We just launched it at the end of last year. Another great process, part of my job that I was able to be a part of to completely redo and have a brand new website. Shout out to Coalesce Marketing. They are right in downtown Appleton, an
Okay.
amazing marketing agency. I don't know why that was so hard to say. that we worked with very closely to, make that happen. So shout out to them. But AppletonDowntown.org, that is our website. It has all of our our personal events that we have throughout the year that ADI hosts, but then also other events that our businesses and other people host at different venues and businesses downtown on our events calendar that you can look at as well. So if you're planning a trip, go check that out. It's not always just the events that we host. Like I said, we have great partners that put on events. Our business owners put on events. There are event venues that host events. So there's always things going on outside of even what we're doing.
That's good to know, because I like that when it's just all one-stop shop.
Yep.
Appleton
Downtown.org. Yep. We have a great Facebook page as well. Facebook, Instagram. You can find us on there, Appleton Downtown. We're always updating with things that we have going on there. And not only events, but experiences that you can find as well. We have a whole directory of every business you can find on the avenue that you can filter by, dining, cafe, shopping. You want to go to a spa. We have, all the different things that you can filter through. We have different itineraries that you can look at if you're not sure what to do. We have been putting some together for, experience that you can have. So
that's really cool.
That's on there. Just a whole host of resources on there.
Love it. Well, I'm going to definitely check that out from now on because I think I could learn even more,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of events.
Yes.
I mean,
let's talk about what's all happening.
On trend here. Let's talk about what is going to be happening this weekend in the 920. So we do expand this out to the entire 920, of course.
Yes.
But let's just chat about it. But first, thank you
you guys so much for letting me come on.
Oh my gosh, thank you for coming on. Yeah. We'll have you back anytime.
Yes.
I think
there's so many things I can dive deep
knowledge.
into and
I
talk
believe it. I believe it. And that's what I love. I love that so much. So thank you. All right, well, here is what is going to be happening this weekend in the 920.
Let's see what's happening this weekend in the 920.
She wants to be like a little
She's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh my
I always say I want to just bottle that voice up forever, but do you know what's funny though? Is this is totally off topic of events. Sorry. But
we'll have to play it again. Darn.
I know, darn it. No, I recently said, Tori, do you think that you'd want to do like commercials or anything like that as you get a little bit older? Like she's in 4,000 dance classes a week, and she does a competition dance and all these performances and all these things. She loves it. And I said, but what about like doing like commercials and things like that too? Because I could definitely see her being like a little actress. And I was drying her hair because at our house, it's like Kelly's beauty parlor. Apparently I have to dry my 9-year-old daughter's hair. I give her a blowout every Sunday night. And I'm drying her hair, and she looks at me in the bathroom mirror, and she goes, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, would you want to do like commercials and stuff like that?" And she goes, "I would love that." And then she literally starts going into like different products that she could advertise. She goes, "These Crest white strips are minty fresh." And she just like starts going off onto all these different things. And I was like, "Oh, Tori, you definitely, that's girl." Incredible. I mean, well, you know her, Nick, she's your niece. She's your niece and all. She definitely enjoys.
Yeah.
There's not a spotlight that Tori doesn't enjoy. Right?
Amazing.
Correct.
And then there's her brother that's like, "Please keep me away from."
That's a good balance, though.
Any sort of spotlight.
That's a good balance.
Yeah, it is.
She doesn't have to fight for it.
Definitely. No, you're right. There will never be a fight for the. There will never be a fight for the spotlight in our house.
That.
No. All right. Well, here's what's going on this weekend. Okay. And again, Nick picked these events this week.
But I did start you with an Appleton one.
Our usual event picker went to Thailand. Kylie decided to take a trip to Thailand.
How fantastic is that?
I know. Okay, so this Friday, which is February 7th already, crazy, 5 to 7 o'clock, character event, Cookie Mouse. That's happening at the Building for Kids.
Love the Building for Kids.
Absolutely,
Downtown Appleton.
right?
Shout out.
I know.
Amazing museum.
100 West College.
I want to go there.
I love that place. Yes. So the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie is visiting the Building for Kids. 5 to 7 this Friday. Join us for pizza. So more than cookies, pizza as well. Story times, exclusive after hours playtime photo ops, and enjoy various activities inspired by the book if you give a mouse a cookie.
I love that book.
I know, isn't that fun? Activities will include creating mouse characters and puppets from various materials. Plus, use Play-Doh and baking utensils to make Play-Doh cookies. Pre-registration is required on their website. Members are $5 a person and non-members are $15 a person. Love that. Super cute.
Adorable.
Now, see, that's where I wish my kids were a little bit younger again because
Yeah.
they would think that's
I
Yeah.
love that place.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
super cute. All right, Nick, what do you have?
All right, so the next one I have is Saturday at 12 p.m., noon, is the grand reopening celebration for the Menasha Public Library.
Oh,
So congratulations to
Yes,
them. That's been
okay.
under construction for a bit.
That's amazing. The Appleton Public Library will be doing their
yeah.
grand opening next weekend.
I was just thinking about that. Is
Yeah.
that one coming up? So
It's-
that's next weekend.
Yes.
I'll put it on the events for next
There we
week.
go.
We
He'll
must
talk about it next week.
Yes,
but-
I was
oh my
going to say,
gosh.
Abby will be listening to our podcast.
It's gorgeous.
She will hold us
It's-
to that. I'm excited.
It's right outside of downtown. I'm very
Yeah.
excited. Selfishly, personally, I can't wait that it's right there.
Very
I can just
excited.
walk from work and
Yes.
oh, it's such a gorgeous space.
I'm very excited for that. That's been a little bit in the making.
It has. It has.
Very cool.
Yeah, so Menasha Library,
Okay.
441st Street in Menasha. Join us at 12 p.m. for a ribbon cutting.
Okay.
And take a tour around the beautiful new library with tours every 15 minutes. Drop into Smithworks to paint a 3D print with Catching Fire. The library will be open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for regular library services.
Very cool.
Awesome. So exciting.
That's
Libraries
awesome.
are
Yeah,
just
that's really awesome.
heartbeat of the
So
community.
this weekend, Menasha Library. Next weekend, Appleton Public Library. Love it.
Get your books.
That is awesome. Okay, also on Saturday from 11 until 2, Family Discovery Days, welcoming Lunar New Year. This is at the Oshkosh Public Museum. That's also a really fun place. 1331 Algoma Boulevard in Oshkosh. Lunar New Year is celebrated all over the world. Celebrations often include the color red and paper lanterns. Join us for paper creations and ring in the Lunar New Year. Family Discovery Days at your Oshkosh Public Museum. Welcome families to learn, make, and laugh together every second Saturday. So every second Saturday of the month. Drop in anytime between 11 and 2 at the museum for a fun craft led by the museum staff. Discovery Days are for young learners ages 5 to 10, but all ages are welcome to participate. Very cool.
So fun.
All right.
Nick, what do you got? Ooh.
So Saturday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., Valentine's wine and cheese pairing at the Farm Wisconsin Discovery Center. This is 7001 Gas Lake Road in Manitowoc. Grab your special someone and join us on Saturday, February 8th for a special Valentine's wine and cheese pairing starting at 4 p.m. Savor 4 exquisite South American wines hand-selected by London Dairy Alpaca Ranch, perfectly paired with cheeses from LeClaire Creamery
Yum.
and a chocolate to end the evening.
Yum.
Whether you're sharing the experience with a loved one or a group of friends, this evening promises to be filled with delicious flavors, love, and lasting memories. Spots are limited. Reserve your tickets today. For Farm Wisconsin members, it is $19 a person, and for non-members, $22 a person.
Cool.
I'm really hungry right now, too.
Me too.
So that sounds amazing.
Yes.
All of that sounds fantastic. All right. Oh, now we have something going on in my neck of the woods.
Oh.
Kimberly.
Okay.
Saturday from 3 to 7, Galentine's Day Market, 100 South Birch Street in Kimberly. Grab your gal pals and celebrate. Oh, so Nick, that's right up your alley, buddy.
Yup.
The spirit of friendship
Nick's
and
my gal
love
pal.
at the Galentine's Day Market. This free event is the ultimate pre-Valentine's Day outing, perfect for a fun-filled day with your Galentines. So, what to expect? Vendors will be set up throughout the Birch Street Center, transforming the space into a vibrant market filled with creativity and inspiration, featuring local, women-owned businesses. Shop, sip, and celebrate while supporting talented local makers. After you explore the market, enjoy delicious beer and specialty cocktails from Timber Tap Room. Admission is free. Mark your calendars. Be there. That's awesome. I love that. I also shout out to Kimberly for getting more on the map with doing some of these fun
Yeah.
activities, because
Yes.
downtown Kimberly's always been a little bit lacking
Little
there,
behind.
and I think it's starting to come around.
That's awesome.
So
We love to see that.
Yes, very much.
So then I just capped this off. Of course, Sunday is the Super Bowl.
What?
Yeah,
The
so
Super Bowl.
Did you
Eagles and
know?
Chiefs. Yeah. I figured most people had probably heard about it by now.
No
That
way.
big game?
So there are a couple of places that I picked out. You know, pretty much everybody is doing their own Super Bowl celebrations. I picked out a couple that sounded
Nick
unique.
Fisher's apartment is one spot.
No thanks.
Okay. Don't go there.
So just a couple that sounded unique. So Anduzzi's in both Kimberly and Green Bay, they're doing a Mardi Gras style party because the Super Bowl is in New Orleans this year.
That makes
That's
sense.
awesome.
Okay.
Players Pub in Kaukauna is doing a Super Bowl potluck bingo.
Hmm.
Misfits Tavern in Appleton is doing a Super Bowl party.
Oh,
Soup.
super.
Yeah.
Soups. Anywhere that has soup, I'm there.
I'm there.
Sherrytown Tavern in
What?
Neenah is doing a soup cook-off.
Another soup event.
It's cold. You need a bowl of soup.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
And the Plaza in Neenah is doing a Super Bowl themed skate.
Oh, cute. I love this. This is going to be
Ice
so
skating scares me.
fun. Ice skating is terrifying for me as well.
Yeah.
Funny-
Shout out to those of you that are good at it.
Agreed. Listen, not that long ago, we actually our team had an event there, a holiday event, and people got to meet Santa and all the things.
Love that.
But I guess I used to be a good skater, and I thought that I still had it, and I don't.
Oh,
you
I
know?
never had it, so at least you did at one point.
Now I'm like literally like I need to use one of those.
I need the chair
Yes.
thing that's
Yes.
like guides me along.
Guide.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you. So I can't. Okay. One other thing that I will say, this is a little bit more real estate related, Nick, regarding the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Do you recall last Super Bowl when Homes.com came
Yes.
out with this they're going to do this gigantic marketing platform.
They sent us.
Yes.
Campaign, okay? And it
Yes.
was going to just
I
be.
literally remember the ads now
Yes,
that you
and
say
they were
this.
going to be they were going to blow up the world of real estate and all the
Yep.
things. And they were really advertising a lot to us as agents as well,
Yeah.
because typically with these kind of websites, the agents, such as Zillow, Realtor.com, that kind of thing, we fund a lot of those websites. We pay for leads on those sites. Okay. So that's how a lot of that works. So like if you go on to Zillow and you put in Appleton, and you want to look for houses in Appleton, right? My face and my information and my team's information is going to come up so many times every month because of what we're paying to be on there.
Yep.
So agents don't have to do this, but of course a lot of agents do. We get a lot of business this way. So do you remember, Nick, they sent us
Yeah.
the most obnoxious, and I only say this because we literally will send out like postcards every so often. And just sending out a couple hundred postcards is like expensive.
Oh, it's yeah.
Right? You know.
Is
You
very
know.
high. Yep.
Absolutely.
that.
They sent us this box. And wasn't
A
it like
Super Bowl care package.
a wooden box?
like
or
a
something? Like the
PR
box
box?
in and of
It was
itself.
a wooden box.
Yes.
So it
Wooden
had
box.
Yes.
it had a
Okay, so
cutting
that's
board.
already next
Yes.
level.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a wooden cutting board.
cutting
with
board.
like,
And we're talking like a legit cutting board.
with like a football field engraved onto it.
a big giant foam finger.
A foam finger. There was
A jersey.
A Homes.com jersey.
Jersey.
Football jersey.
Homes.com jersey.
There was like 4 different like things you could put on like a charcuterie board. So
Yep.
like there were crackers. There was like
Meats.
a jam.
cheese.
That's cool.
Yes.
Okay.
It was legit. Like we were
So-
dying. I was dying laughing because
then-
I'm like, not laughing like
like
laughing
an
at it, but I was like,
influencer now.
no, I was like, because yeah, I'm like, who has this kind of marketing budget?
Then there was
I
this
wish.
card.
I
There's
did
this
not.
card you flip open, and when you flip it open, there's a video screen.
right.
And it
Shut up.
played one of their
It
commercials
played a
that they were playing from
commercial
the Super
on
Bowl.
the card. And then they're like, watch for our ads this weekend or whatever. And Dan Levy and I
Yes.
forget the girl's name, but she's also hilarious.
Yes.
Do these commercials, and they're like, it was funny because the reason that all of this struck into my memory is because just last night, I think the kids and I were watching a show, and there was a new Homes.com commercial on,
Oh,
and I'm
boy.
like, oh, here we go again.
Where's
and
my box?
The kids are like,
Yeah.
my kids are like, these commercials don't even really have anything to do with Homes, Mom. And I'm like, I know, but that's kind of the point. They're just trying to make like funny,
Right.
catchy commercials.
Yep.
I don't know. I'd be interested to actually find out how well their campaign has done, because the last I heard, it was something like, I want to say it was like $500 million is what they spent on last year's Super Bowl
ridiculous.
marketing campaign.
That seems even low to me. with what if they did
Nuts.
that for you, like the package, and then what they spend on the ads themselves
I
to
know.
create, and then
Yeah.
paid to have them during the Super Bowl.
I know. Right?
That's
yeah,
crazy.
like one ad during a Super Bowl, forget about it. Like I can't
Yeah, because they sent those to.
it's like my entire advertising budget for the year.
Yeah, I think they sent the box to the top 1% of agents nationwide, which, with there being over 1 million realtors in the nation,
There's
had
a
to
lot.
be-
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you guys. For,
Well, thank you for that.
That's amazing,
But,
but-
no, it
I'm curious.
they did. They were targeting, they were targeting a lot of us agents. And I just remember, I was like, what the heck? Oh, I still have in my office. They also sent one of those diffuser things, those oil diffuser thingies.
And there was popcorn.
I still smell it every day.
I still have the jersey.
So homes.com, if you're thinking, we moved this year, so if you need our new address to send your cool marketing box to, just let us know.
Amazing.
Probably what happened.
That's probably why we haven't gotten it
Oh, for
yet.
sure.
For
sure.
any day now, any day. But yeah, I think everybody should enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend and have a safe, fun time. I always say, don't get on the news unless it's for like a positive thing. Don't get on the news if it's for not so positive.
Yeah.
But everybody should really, truly enjoy that. And thank you again. And now you, my dear, are going to tell us
Yes.
about an event downtown Appleton this
Yep.
weekend that we, shame on us, didn't talk about.
There's so many things. You can't even mention everything. But yes, so we have an event this weekend. It is called Death by Chocolate.
Which that right there,
Yes,
okay, sign me
okay.
up.
I don't know what else you need to hear,
No,
but
nothing.
so this event's been going on for over 20 years. It's
Really?
a really great tradition, long-standing
Where have I been?
event in our organization. So
Okay.
essentially, you go to different downtown Appleton businesses and you sample a different chocolate treat at each one.
Oh, like a pub crawl.
Yeah, like a chocolate crawl.
But a
There are
chocolate
some
crawl.
alcoholic beverages, not a lot, only 2 per route. You pick a route. But yeah, it's like a chocolate crawl.
I
Very
It's
cool.
fantastic.
love this idea.
Okay.
How do we go to your website?
Yes, you go to our website to purchase tickets. They are
Okay.
$25 a piece.
Okay.
There's, I think, 10 or 11 stops per route. So you get a lot of really great samples. There's, coffee shops, restaurants, bars, retailers, a variety of different businesses that are participating
cool.
on each route. Once you see all the samples, you won't be able to choose because they all sound fantastic.
I love it.
But yeah, so you go on our website to purchase tickets, appletondowntown.org.
Okay.
And it's a really great time. It's a
I think
fun
I'm
event.
really going to have to do that.
For all of you guys that are
kids will love it.
panicking about what to do for Valentine's
go.
Day because you already haven't figured it out and it's
Right.
next week already.
Right. This is a good one. And it's
Purchase
like,
tickets. It's an experience.
Trust us.
Yeah.
Your significant other will be like, wow.
You planned
look at
this?
what
That's
he
amazing.
planned.
And all you had to do was buy the tickets.
Right.
And we did the
We
rest
won't-
for you.
We won't tell.
You could take them out to a nice dinner
Yeah.
after. It's from 1 to 4. Do that. Fill up on chocolate, maybe out for apps. You might be full.
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
But still.
And go apps and drinks after
Yeah.
or before. It's a really great event. So
Love
check it
that.
out.
Death
Tickets are
by
still
Chocolate.
available.
This Saturday.
So this Saturday, 1 to 4.
I think I'm going to get my ticket right after
Please
this.
do this.
Sounds amazing.
Please do that. It's going to be a really great time.
I don't discriminate when it comes to chocolate. I'll take
can't.
it all,
It's
right?
amazing.
I know. I know. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
And
Thank
again,
you,
thank
Abby.
you for sharing all these fun things, Abby.
Yeah.
And come back and see us again and tell us more. We'll dive deeper into more Appleton
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
Everything Appleton.
Dive deeper on all the great events that we have going
Yeah.
on, all the different things. But yeah,
I love it.
thank you guys
Very
so
cool.
much. Come
Thank
visit downtown
you.
Appleton, everybody.
For
We've got
sure.
so many
For
things.
sure. What is it again, Nick?
Come visit downtown Appleton.
Oh, one great place.
There we go.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To contact the Kelly Davies Homes team for all of your buying and selling needs, call 920-791-9047. Find us on Facebook at the Kelly Davies Homes team or go to kellydavieshomes.com.
Isn't that fun?
God,